It was a cold Friday evening when my husband David disappeared. No call, no message, nothing. 1 minute he was on his way home from work, the next he was gone. I spent 6 endless days pacing the floor of our house, calling his phone, filing a police report, and pretending to stay calm while my heart broke into pieces. Friends told me to wait. Maybe he just needed space. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. Or maybe something was very right for him. On the 6th day, he came back. Just like that. He walked through the front door wearing the same smug smile that once charmed me. His shirt was freshly pressed. His hair looked styled. He even smelled of expensive perfume that wasn't mine. When I asked where he had been, he shrugged and said he needed a break from all the drama. I realized then that the man I married had been gone long before he vanished. For months, I had ignored the late-night messages, the secretive phone calls, and the sudden new work trips. I had believed his every excuse. But those 6 days gave me time to think, to plan. I was no longer the desperate wife waiting for an explanation. I was the calm woman preparing her revenge. While he was gone, I found his second phone hidden in his car. It told me everything I needed to know. The woman he had been seeing lived only an hour away. There were pictures, hotel receipts, and messages full of promises. He wasn't on a business trip. He was playing house with her. The pain burned deep at first, but then it turned to power. When David returned, I welcomed him with a smile. I cooked his favorite meal and listened to him talk about how hard life had been lately. He never noticed the envelope resting on the table. After dinner, I poured him wine and said softly that I had something for him. He opened the envelope with that same smug grin. Inside were printed photos from his secret phone, screenshots of his messages, copies of our bank transfers showing how much money he had sent her, and finally, divorce papers. His face turned pale as he read. He tried to speak, but I stopped him. I told him I had already sold the house, moved the money to my account, and spoken to his boss about his sudden 6-day disappearance. His job was now in question. He stood there frozen, realizing that the woman he had betrayed was no longer the fool he once controlled. I walked out that night without looking back. He followed me to the door, but I didn't turn around. The silence behind me was louder than any apology he could have offered. Now, when people ask me about him, I just say that David vanished again. Only this time, it was his turn to lose everything. And I finally found my peace.